Buongiorno, language lovers. Thinking of jetting off to Italy and turning your ciao into a full-blown conversation? Let's talk about DuoLingo, the app that might just become your best travel buddy. Spoiler alert, it's molto bene for getting those Italian vibes down before your trip. Before we dive in, can you please like and subscribe to our channel? That really helps us to continue to be helpful with Italian travel tips. Many thanks in advance. DuoLingo turns learning Italian into something surprisingly addictive. Yes, you will keep coming back for that streak. The bite-sized lessons are easy to fit into your morning espresso ritual or your subway commute. And the best part? It's gamified. Translation: you'll feel like a winner every time you master a verb conjugation or nail the difference between mangio, I eat, and mangi, you eat. What makes it stand out? Practical vocabulary for travelers. DuoLingo covers the essentials for travelers, like ordering food, asking for directions, or chatting about the weather, because you'll definitely want to rave about the Tuscan sunshine. Speaking practice. The app doesn't just teach you to read and write, it encourages you to speak out loud. Whether you're practicing buongiorno or saying vorrei un cappuccino, you'll feel more confident at that chic Roman café. Cultural nuances. The lessons sprinkle in tidbits about Italian culture and phrases that locals actually use, so you don't sound like you stepped out of a textbook. Free and flexible. It's free. Yes, free. And even the paid version is a fraction of what you'd spend on a tutor. Plus, you can learn anytime, anywhere, making it perfect for a busy pre-travel schedule. Why it's a smart move before heading to Italy. 1. Local connection. Italians appreciate even a little effort in their language, and learning some basics can turn a quick exchange into a memorable connection. 2. Confidence booster. Imagine walking into a shop and effortlessly asking for un cornetto e un cappuccino. You'll feel like the main character in your own Italian rom-com. 3. Emergency ready. Need help finding your train or your Airbnb? Knowing key phrases can save the day and your vacation. 4. Enhanced experience. When you can understand the menu, street signs, or that adorable old man telling you about his vineyard, Italy feels even more magical. Room for improvement? While DuoLingo is fab for beginners, it doesn't go super deep into grammar or advanced conversation. For that, you might want to pair it with another resource, like podcasts or a private tutor. In reality, on vacation, the advanced levels are rarely needed. Thinking of using a tutor? Like affordability? Then Preply is by far the best source for that. They have a stack of tutors and languages to choose from. It's free to try, and you only pay for the first lesson if you decide to go ahead with more classes. I'll leave a link in the description. With this special link, you will get 70% off your trial lesson. We can honestly say that we use and recommend Preply. The teachers there are amazing, so give it a try. It's a win-win. Bottom line, if Italy is calling your name, start answering with DuoLingo. It's easy, fun, and gives you that extra sprinkle of confidence to step off the plane, feeling like a true Italophile. Picture this, your Italian adventure, powered by DuoLingo. Imagine wandering through the cobblestone streets of a historic Tuscan village, the scent of freshly baked focaccia wafting through the air. You pause at a charming little enoteca, wine bar, and the owner starts sharing stories about the vineyard's century-old traditions. Thanks to DuoLingo, you're catching words like uva, grapes, and vendemmia, harvest. Suddenly, the history feels alive, the culture more accessible, and your experience infinitely richer. That's the magic of learning Italian before your trip. More scenarios where DuoLingo shines. DuoLingo isn't just about earning XP and leveling up. It's about transforming your travel experience from passive observer to active participant. Let's dive into some scenarios where the app can make a world of difference. At the gelateria. You step into a bustling gelateria in Florence, overwhelmed by the rainbow of flavors. With your newly learned vocabulary, you confidently ask, "Quali gusti avete?" What flavors do you have? Not only do you feel accomplished, but you also discover the joys of pistachio and stracciatella without any hesitation, exploring art and culture. In Rome, you stand in awe before the grandeur of the Colosseum. A guide mentions gladiatori and ludus, words you recognize from your DuoLingo lessons. Now, you're not just hearing history, you're understanding it. Dining like a local. At a quaint trattoria in Naples, you've got the menu down pat. No need to panic when you see antipasto misto or risotto ai frutti di mare. You order with ease and even ask the waiter for a recommendation. Qual è il piatto tipico della casa? What's the house specialty? The locals around you nod in approval. You're doing it right. Shopping at the market. Picture yourself at a bustling market in Sicily, where vendors call out offers. Thanks to DuoLingo, you understand phrases like €3 al chilo, €3 per kilo. You haggle with a smile and walk away with the juiciest blood oranges, turning awkward moments into fun adventures. Even if you make mistakes, the effort you put into learning the language often results in smiles and encouragement from locals. DuoLingo helps you build a solid foundation so you're not starting from zero. Diving deeper into Italy with language. DuoLingo opens doors to more meaningful connections and experiences, connecting with locals. Whether it's a warm buonasera to your B&B host or chatting with a nonna, grandmother, about her secret pasta recipe, speaking the language fosters genuine connections. Italians love when visitors embrace their language and culture. Off the beaten path, adventures. With a bit of Italian, you'll feel more confident exploring places where English isn't widely spoken. Imagine discovering a tiny family-run trattoria in a remote Umbrian village and bonding with the owners over shared laughter and hand gestures, all enhanced by the Italian phrases you've learned. Pro tip: complement DuoLingo with real-world practice. DuoLingo is fantastic, but pairing it with other resources can elevate your Italian even further. Podcasts. Try listening to Italian travel or cultural podcasts. Hearing native speakers helps fine-tune your ear for the language. Italian movies and music. Watch classic Italian films or listen to artists like Andrea Bocelli or Måneskin to immerse yourself in the rhythm and melody of the language. Language meetups. Practice with fellow learners or native speakers in your area before your trip. Your Italian fairy tale awaits. So, why DuoLingo before your Italian adventure? Because it turns the ordinary into the extraordinary. From understanding the history of a centuries-old cathedral to confidently navigating a bustling train station, the app gives you the tools to dive headfirst into la dolce vita. Start learning today and get ready to live, breathe, and truly experience Italy like never before. Arrivederci. Thinking of using a tutor? Like affordability? Then Preply is by far the best source for that. They have a stack of tutors and languages to choose from. It's free to try, and you only pay for the first lesson if you decide to go ahead with more classes. I'll leave a link in the description. With this special link, you will get 70% off your trial lesson. We can honestly say that we use and recommend Preply. The teachers there are amazing, so give it a try. It's a win-win.